Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Orthodox Banter with Boyan. I'm the Boyan in question and the church won't get better. This is something that I have been thinking about for quite some time. I've seen a part of a video by Orthodoxitos, the heresy of the icon of the Holy Family, and I have honestly eye-rolled quite a bit about it because, I understand what they were trying to say, but I just don't agree with the argumentation, but that is beside the point. I don't particularly care about that icon. However, what prompted me to make this video? I have been seeing videos, imagery dedicated to the Holy Family icon that usually has a couple of instances of the Holy Family icon crossed out, and then you have the Orthodox Holy Family icon, where Saint Joseph is stead more to the side and portrayed much older, but he's clearly apart from Christ and the Theotokos. However, it really got me thinking, and this is something that I referenced in my previous video, which I recorded like 10 minutes ago, so I know what I'm talking about, that essentially their church won't get better. And all of the issues that you currently have with the church, trust me, they're here to stay. Now, individual instances of things may get better. For example, the schism between Moscow and Constantinople might as well get fixed eventually. But there will be some other schisms. That annoying priest that you really dislike in your parish, he will, move to a different parish, but you might encounter an even worse bishop. That horrible Orthodox YouTuber that you hate watch might stop uploading, but then two will grab their place, Ultimately, all of the issues, they will be here to stay. Sadly, with the state of Orthodoxy that we have today, where we're unified, but we're squabbling a lot, I don't honestly see a lot of our issues, resolving themselves. They might as well, but they probably won't. For example, the calendar issue. For the calendar to be fixed, you really need to have a lot of people gathered in one place to simply fix itself. And while I do hope that we have a unified calendar, whatever that calendar is, I think that the unity in the calendar is the most important thing. We really need to maybe make the peace with the fact that we probably won't fix it, at least very least during our lifetimes. And also that, maybe Christ doesn't really care all that much that we have a disunified calendar. Because, again, it's just calendar. The fact of the matter is, all of us can, most of us, outside of Middle East and a lot of Muslim countries, can still attend church, can still say our prayers, can still fast, and so on. Having that in mind, I think that a lot of us really waste a lot of our personal energies in doing a lot of things that aren't really crux of the issue. For example, I don't think that, arguing about specific icons, again, I'm a part of this always. For example, I don't mind the icon of the Holy Family too much, but I really mind the icons of God the Father. But are these any really that bad? I don't think so. Because the way I like to put it, is this an issue that was present in the time of the apostles? If it wasn't, for me personally, that should be a non-issue now. Sure, we could, discuss it and so on, but it's a non-issue. The optimal way of saying the Jesus prayer. I honestly don't think that Christ is a fan of, holiness maxing, because, and by the way, when I'm saying holiness maxing, I do not at all mean an honest life in Christ, of participating in the holy mysteries, of saying the Jesus prayer, and so on. A lot of these are simply staples of Orthodox and Christian spirituality, but a lot of times we really lose ourselves in these details. Again, nothing wrong in arguing about them, but when you get carried away, and we do tend to be carried away. We have a monk here called Father Raphael, and he had a great comment in a recent lecture that he held that we have become too soft. And the way I notice that softness is myself is that I get worked up about the really little things, And again, I'm speaking this very much for myself. When I get these episodes of depression and melancholy, I like to say, these are issues of a man who has no problems. If I were threatened by ISIS, like people in Syria right now, I really don't think that what Serbian bishops did secretly would be much of my issue. And it shouldn't be on my issue at all, I'm simply there to pray. I'm there to say that it's not right when asked and inquire about it, and that's about it. But to nail my point home, the church won't get better. Certain aspects will, some aspects won't, and when the time comes for you to live your life, expect the church to have as many issues as the church of the current age, the church of the age when you became a member of it, and so on and so forth. The sad thing about the internet is that it tends to make the habit of us living the other church's issues, Oh, they canonized that saint I don't like. Oh, they adopted that calendar I don't like. Oh, they elected this bishop that I don't like. Oh, this bishop that I've never heard of said this controversial thing, and so on. Oh, I'm getting worked up because they did not punish the bishop who has said the controversial thing. We're all over the place. We're like a shattered mirror. Our attention is everywhere, and this whole world is doing its best to destroy our personal hesychasm, our personal stillness of mind. The fathers used to say, again, I can't say which specific father, but they used to say, do not trade your peace of soul for anything in the world. And very often the internet thrives on that. The major reason I really reduce my exposure to Twitter is because I'm still simply started to lose it, especially when it comes to Orthodox people. And let us be honest, it's not that the Orthodox are particularly bad. It's just that I'm overexposed specifically to them. I would have the exact same sort of issues if I was a member of the more of an artist community on Twitter or some other communities. I'm just exposed to this one. And of course, there is a specific audience that Orthodoxy caters to in the West, especially now. Their mental, their personalities don't tend to match with mine, and that is perfectly fine. The church is open for everyone. It's just that sometimes we don't see eye to eye, and that's perfectly fine. But the church ultimately won't get better. The church is a given. Like it or hate it, it's here to stay. The sole thing that Christ said is that the gates of hell won't prevail it. It is perfect in this sacramental sort of way, but it's filled with fallen people, of which I'm the chief. So there you have it. Bye.